evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The State Council Office discusses study on protecting children from accidents and suggestion of developing a regulatory board for private training institutes. The governments of the Sultanate and New Zealand sign a memorandum of cooperation to exchange expertise in tourism field. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs states that it's discussing with the authorities in Georgia the circumstances on sending back Omani tourists from the Tbilisi airport. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of condolences to Emperor Akihito of Japan on the victims of the floods and landslides due to heavy rains in west of Japan. The State Council Office discussed the study of Social Committee about protecting children from accidents and the study suggestion of Education and Research Committee around developing regulatory board for private training institutions. This came while the State Council Office meeting, which was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council, who stressed that the royal concern by His Majesty the Sultan for the Shura March resulted in tangible development for parliamentary work in the Sultanate. His Excellency praised in cooperation and coordination between the State and Shura Councils in what has been discussed about laws projects in the joint sessions between both councils, pointed to the efforts exerted in the suggested studies in the economy, social, educational, health and other fields related to developing Renaissance in the country. In order to provide consultation and facilitation for opening touristic investment horizon for investors in the field of touristic development and infrastructure, the Ministry of Tourism signed a memorandum of cooperation with New Zealand. This will help to have direct communication and exchange of information and expertise in the tourism field between the governments of the Sultanate and New Zealand. The memorandum aims to organize foreign participations in exhibitions and festivals and promotion of touristic potentials in both countries. It will also streamline exchange of expertise and information on legislation and special specification on tourism, hotel management and touristic villages. The Ministry's contemplation on the adventure tourism sector is included within the initiatives of the National Program for Enhancing Economy Diversification, TEMFID. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs stated that it's discussing with the authorities in Georgia the circumstances surrounding the return of Omani tourists from the Tbilisi airport recently. According to the information available on the official Twitter page of the ministry, this action included other citizens from the Gulf countries. The ministry stresses that the relations with Georgia are strong and further to develop them. The Omani citizens that were returned back to the Sultanate reported that the security personnel at the Georgian airport did not explain the reasons behind denying them entry to the country, as they were subjected to ill treatment in the airport. It is worth mentioning that His Excellency the Ambassador of Georgia to the Sultanate apologized last May for the return of Gulf families from the airports of his country. He also pointed out to follow up the causes behind such circumstances. On the other hand, the Omani aviation companies that operate direct flights to Georgia stated that they did not receive any report of their passengers being returned back, while pointing out that such cases are noticeable on other aviation companies. Reviewing issues of common concern between the Sultanate and Spain topped the meeting of His Excellency Sayyid Mohammed bin Sultan al Busaidi, Minister of State and the Governor of Dhofar, with captain of Spanish ship Meteoro, while the ship anchored at Salalah Airport. During the meeting, they discussed aspects which enhancing horizon of cooperation between both countries. A photography exhibition by the students of College of Technology was held in Beit Zubair Museum under the auspices of Her Excellency Dr. Muna bin Salim Al-Jardaniya, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Manpower for Technology, Education and Vocational Training. It included 67 photos by 45 college students on various themes including peace, power, nature, arts, technology and others. The exhibition came within the framework to acquaint the members of the community with the photography section of the College of Technology, as well as to market the works of the students. In order to facilitate following up cases and archive them, a technical system for the management of law and legal services firms. The system also provided services for specialists in the legal field in addition to facilitating organizing of cases management sessions and communication with customers. This system is the first of its kind in the Sultanate and gave opportunity for lawyers to introduce their services and communication in their offices. The event included answering a number of questions about this technical system. The technical system will be connected with the Royal Oman Police, courts and public prosecution. It also designed to be connected with the Ministry of Finance. Still to come in our news bulletin. Chinese scientists have successfully entangled 18 optical quantum bits.
عبق فاح بين جنباتها، فنفثت سلاما برائحة لبانها. حلقت عاليا نحو السماء، فنقشت بأبجدياتها تاريخا جميلا، وبكرمها أمست مضربا للأمثال. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2018 من 10 من يوليو إلى 25 من أغسطس.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. With the aim of rendering services to visitors of Kharif season, Royal Oman Police Force headed today towards Dhofar Governorate to take up security at the Salalah Tourism Festival. They were gathered at the police command in the Dakhiliya Governorate. The force include police officers and personnel from different formations of the ROP, Public Authority for Civil Defense and Ambulance. They will also ensure the smooth flow of traffic movement on the roads leading to the Dhofar Governorate by providing necessary information, guidelines and maps for drivers. Royal Oman Police will put up 6 checkpoints on the way starting from the Wilaya of Adam to the Wilaya of Thamrit. Royal Oman Police plans will be available to transfer the injured in case of serious accidents. Royal Oman Police intensify its efforts during the Kharif season in order to spread the umbrella of security in the land of frankincense, Dhofar. Royal Oman Police personnel will be available in various touristic sites in Dhofar in order to give advices and instructions for visitors, especially those visiting the water springs. The Directorate General of Social Development and Dakhiliya Governorate launched the 5th edition of the Social Work Week within the framework of social responsibility and spreading awareness among the community about the value of volunteering and social work. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi has more details in the following report.
With the participation of different community institutions in the Governorate of Dakhiliya, the Social Work Week in its 5th edition was launched. aiming to create community awareness regarding the prevention of negative social phenomena among the youth through a number of seminars and lectures.
This week is an opportunity for the participants to discuss a number of social issues and come up with suitable solutions for them.
The work camps of this week target inculcating the spirit of belonging and citizenship among the Omani youth and encouraging them to adhere to the Omani identity, as well as coming up with initiatives that serve the community.
Around 200 participants took part in this camp by cleaning up the public facilities, trimming trees, and painting speed breakers.
It is worth mentioning that the program of the 5th Social Work Week will be conducted in all wilayas of the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliyah, shedding light on maintaining the public facilities and the preservation of the environment. The various activities of the 5th Social Work Week emphasize on the importance of volunteering in the development of societies. From the wilaya of Manah, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliyah, Governorate.
Activities of the summer program Shawar al-Ard continue in the Governorate of Dhofar. The program is organized by the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs with the aim to develop the skills and capabilities of the participating students. It includes various religious arts and crafts activities that will engage the students in learning the Islamic teachings, Arabic calligraphy, drawing, and making handicrafts. More than 3,000 male and female participants from the wilayats of Dhahira Governorate benefited from the programs provided by the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs during the summer season. Holy Quran memorization centers this year witnessed a variety of programs which targeted various society segments. These centers aim to encourage society members to memorize the Holy Quran and practice its teachings in the daily life. The centers also teach the participants the biography of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Arab Media Center for Disabled People in Egypt honored the media man Sultan bin Nasser al-Amri, first Arab deaf broadcaster with events of summer program in the center at Sharm el-Sheikh city. The program aimed to merge disabled people and grant them with new skills that help to innovate and refine their creative talents, in addition to inter relations in the field of disabled among participant countries. The events included a work session under the Sultanate Experience with Deaf People, where broadcaster Sultan bin Nasser al-Amri showcased model application of the Sultanate of Oman television in supporting rights of disabled people and having various media services. Now for some international news. Chinese Prime Minister Li Keqiang arrived in Berlin today for talks with Chancellor Angela Merkel and top German officials. His visit to the German capital follows a summit with Central and Eastern European leaders in Bulgaria over the weekend. Part of China's new Silk Road bid to boost its influence in Europe through investments and closer economic links. Merkel welcomed her guests with military honors at the Federal Chancellery. Delegations from both countries will hold a plenary session for German-Chinese government consultations today. His visit to Europe comes amid escalating trade battles between the United States and China. A top Turkish official said 24 people were killed in the derailment of a passenger train in northwestern Turkey. Deputy Prime Minister said that heavy rain had caused the ground under the rails to collapse, causing yesterday's crash. The train was heading to Istanbul from Edirne on the border with Greece with 362 passengers and 6 crew members on board. 5 of 6 cars derailed. The transport minister said 7 other trains had used the route earlier, but the rain caused extraordinary swelling. Judicial and administrative investigations were launched. A media ban issued yesterday by the government citing national security and public order was lifted today. Chinese scientists have successfully entangled 18 optical quantum bits, a key achievement that will dramatically promote quantum computing speed. More details in the following report.
Chinese scientists have successfully entangled 18 optical quantum bits, a key achievement that will dramatically promote quantum computing speed. Entangling as many quantum bits as possible can lead to an exponential increase of quantum computing speed. However, scientists are facing a huge challenge to entangle a large amount of quantum bits. A group of Chinese scientists for the first time entangled as many as 18 quantum bits by adopting a new technology called the multi-degrees of freedom photon control method.
If I can control the 3 degrees of freedom of a photon, then it is equivalent to triple it. The control of multi-degrees of freedom is another effective approach for us to further increase the number of the controllable quantum bits. We have adopted multiple approaches at the same time to achieve the large amount quantum bit entanglement.
Liu Chaoyang, professor with the University of Science and Technology of China, added that this achievement can be used in large-scale, high-efficiency quantum information technology and can be regarded as a milestone in the technology's development. The next plan is to surpass the conventional computers using integrated circuits in human history, then surpass the fastest commercial computers of our times, and then surpass the supercomputers.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of cloud accumulation and scattered rainfall over the Hajar Mountains. Low clouds and fog late at night and early morning are expected over the coasts of the Arabian Sea and the Sea of Oman. Winds will be south to southwesterly light to moderate, and seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The State Council Office discusses study on protecting children from accidents and suggestion of developing a regulatory board for private training institutes. The governments of the Sultanate and New Zealand signed a memorandum of cooperation to exchange expertise in the tourism field. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs states that it's discussing with the authorities in Georgia the circumstances on sending back Omani tourists from the Tbilisi airport. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studio, thank you for watching and have a great night.